Viewers, Assalamu alaikum. I welcome you all on this platform, and today's talk will be purely on the lesson planning and adoption. First four part of that, and I will tell you what exactly I've seen when I meet people, what I've seen with the lesson plan, what I've seen with their knowledge, information, understanding, and then you will learn a lot from this. And then I will tell you how important your learner and your area is for your test today. Now, when you guys get the lesson plan done with your learner in the test center, and then you get the wheel moving, number one, what I come across that most of the people, when I say most, you can say 2 out of 10 PDIs that I meet, they have no knowledge of a pattern of something, that if they plan something, suppose traffic signs, road markings, or dual carriageway, or bigger roundabout, or motorway drive, something similar, what they don't understand, that they can say these words in front of the examiner, but they mean a lot if you go deep digging. Why? Just get into this. That when you ask somebody or you tell your learner that today's your lesson plan is that I'm going to do planning, forward planning, awareness and planning, or judgment, or dual carriageway, faster moving cars, interacting with other road users, then they are expecting you from your learner that they can do all those basic things which involves in driving, like control, moving off, stopping, approaching left, approaching right, emerging left, emerging right, crossroads, box junction, and traffic light junction, bigger roundabouts, smaller roundabouts, mini roundabouts, and they can drive smoothly, so you can give them all those other things that you are involving in your lesson plan. Now, what I come across, that when people say we're going to plan this on the day of the test, what they're telling me, and when I ask them to role play with myself, or tell me about what is junction, what is approaching junction, what is emerging junction, and what do you do on those. And if a learner comes to you and they ask you, I want to do emerging junction, what sort of question you will ask them? Fail to give me that answer. This is the lesson plan that the 90% failure is involved, because an examiner looking at those skills, that as a trainer, if your learner is planning, because this plan, this theme, or this goal is for learner, your goal as a whole is overall safety and involving into the all MSM and MSPSL routine, and then going into the nitty-gritty of the learners, its bits that happening with MSPSL and MSM, and where they will happen on the junctions. Now, when he says junctions, there's so many junctions. Like I explained that previously, that the approaching junction, emerging junction. Now, if you know that the approaching junction, or turning left or turning right, what question should you ask or tell to the learner at what stage? Like when they're turning left, you will tell them. When they're turning right, with the telling, there will be question. With emerging, there will be series of question with the telling. When it's a crossroad, there will be series of question with the telling. So you will be guiding them, guiding little bit about the emerging, but asking the question about approaching and emerging. When a pupil wants to achieve the goal or lesson plan on the crossroad, they should have all the knowledge, and you are expecting them that they can do approaching and emerging. Now, how would you make a lesson plan, viewers, when there is nothing in your mind that how to approach a junction, what sort of approach junction looks like? How would you give them live example for the safety and critical incidents? This is the question in the core competencies. That have you taken the live example to tell your learner that this is what's happening, this is what they look like, and this is what routine that you will follow or do on those for your future. Today I am telling you, a later stage I will be, or today I am guiding you. At the later stage or later lesson, and the future lesson, I will be asking you, and then on the again when you get to a stage or trained stage or test ready, I am expecting you to reflect it by yourself and do it by yourself, analyze it by yourself, and correct it by yourself. Now, if you don't know what speed should a learner approach, and I am telling you this honestly, that when a PDI is just thinking, and that's why I'm telling you that the lackness of training and the inside rooms and all that the training and not proper guidance, with all these that you are learning through videos and the YouTubes and the all other things, again there is not pattern in that. And in my videos, I give you all the patterns that you need to go through. And once you go through with them, then you have a few sessions to make that understand. Then you'll be able to do it. When you sit on the driver's side, your responsibility, your feelings, your way of observation, way of thinking is different. But I come to understand when PDIs sit on the passenger side, when they come to teach, when you put them in a role play, they are different. Why? When you are a driver behind a driving seat, your responsibility is a different, but you are in control. When you go to the passenger side, your responsibility is a double. That you have to control the pupil, you have to control the car. So you have to drive mentally while you are telling your driving as well to learner. So when it comes to the telling all the time, just this is simply because you don't have that knowledge that approaching junction or moving off and stopping, what we've told the learner, what is the routine, what is the criteria, and when you turn left, this is the routine, that because learner has not done that before, because they only came out moving off and stopping, and the next thing that they will do is approaching junction, turning left from main to minor, and this is the routine that they've been doing MSM by up till now. Many of the guys, I'm not blaming all of you, but I'm not saying that all of them they're like that, but they don't know about MSM and MSPSL, when to break them, when they're gonna get braked. So up till now, when people started doing approaching left, they have been doing MSM. At today's session, you have to break that M into PSL, position, speed, look, and gear, if it's a manual. Now, you will be telling them this because they don't know. So tomorrow, when they come to do approaching right, you will be asking them about approaching left. When they tell you approaching left, then you will be telling them 3 different things. That's a telling. You have to tell them because they don't know. Even if they know, you still have to guide them more. That priorities, walk across rule, corner cutting, and positioning. Why is it important to keep it close to center line, and why is it that if the road is narrow, you still try keeping it that way, and why do we keep close to center line? So the lesson plan, and when people come to me and they say help us to make a lesson plan, I tell you this, that if you wanted to pass your driving the part 3 test, to become a higher marking number and get in the A grade, I come across with people which they says, Mr. Butt, can you help us to achieve similar to yours? I can help them, but they have to help themselves. They have to have all that knowledge, information, understanding about the things I'm telling you, a routine wise, a pattern wise. Then it will become easier for them to achieve at least 42 plus. And if they come just to get to 31, 32, still to get to a pass stage, B grade, then they have to have that basic MSM and MSPSL. When is MSM breaking into PSL? And when do we ask the question? Because there is no question. It's all you guys, what you do is to tell them. You don't come, because you don't know that pattern, if you know what I mean. So if I come across to a stage that when somebody is doing approaching right, and if I know that they have done approaching left, I will be asking them question first. Then I will be going that what is the 3 or 4 things or 2 things that you will be doing different. Then that will be the question. So on the move, again, I have come across this, that on the move, that when you make them go left, make them go right, you will be start telling them check center mirror, check left mirror, check center mirror, check right mirror. If they're turning left and you telling them check center mirror, check left mirror, what does that mean? Are you giving them freedom? Are you giving them independence? Are you giving them time to think that you've done that? Today we're doing something different. I'll give you opportunity to reflect it. Direction I've given you, instruction I've given you, that turn left or do this. When you turn right, then obviously those 3 things I will still stay behind to see. And then most of the time what I have come across, again, reactive. Rather than being a proactive, you guys are reactive, that something happens 10 seconds ago and you try to talk about that, and something else is happening in front of you. And this is the feedback I get from the most of the people that they come into myself and they wanted the help and advice, is that we have been talking too much. I have attached and uploaded a video with a learner. Again, that learner, I'm telling you right now, that learner is not for the standard check. I've just given you a guidance, just to see that how I make the lesson plan with them, and what I do then, rather than talk. Don't you have other things to talk about? Are you not sitting with the adult to talk about something else, rather than saying all time about mirrors, signal. So that learner, if somebody says, Mr. Butt, can I take that learner for the part 3? Up to that time when that video was recorded, there wasn't. Yeah. So your test depends on your learner, on your area, on your information about the routine of a driving, that when it comes to not just your driving that you've passed and you're just going to go left and go right and all junctions is the same and emerging junction is same and all that. I hope this helps you. Listen to these videos carefully, and then if you need any help, comment or call me, and I will be able to answer your call and help you.